This is a day of destiny.
Skip is the president's eldest son and a troublemaker. After an incident at college, he moves back into the White House. But the president and first lady find family matters as tough as world affairs in 1600 Penn.
Hi, I'm Brenna.
And I'm David.
And I'm Aaron, and we're here today to discuss the new NBC mid-season replacement, 1600 Penn. We've all just seen it.
We certainly have. I'll start us off with a little background on the showrunners. Josh Gad was in the Book of Mormon and was nominated for a Tony for his acting role. And Jason Weiner is the second showrunner, and he directed a lot of episodes of Modern Family.
You can't forget about the remake of Arthur.
That's right,
starring
absolutely.
Russell Brand and the lovely Greta Gerwig.
And the third showrunner is John Lovett, and it appears that this is his first time as a showrunner.
So the show takes place in at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the address of the White House.
What a surprise.
Yeah, and it's about the first family and all their troubles and dealing with being in the public eye all the time and then dealing with family stuff, too.
It's about how crazy they are.
It's a crazy, dysfunctional first family.
It's a crazy, bad, dysfunctional
Yes,
first
let's get into it, guys.
Okay, well, the real problem with this show is Josh Gad's character of Skip. It's just so over the top. It's this combination of Jack Black and Jonah Hill at their worst moments,
Right.
and he garners no sympathy for me. I understand that he's supposed to be a character that, he's the village idiot, and I'm
Right.
supposed to laugh at him and then, realize that he has good intentions.
It's completely unbelievable that this guy would have such access, because the PR machines that we have with the president and basically all politicians would not allow this guy to ever talk on camera.
Right, everything is super controlled in real life, and you're right, he stumbles into the Situation Room. He also stumbles again into this meeting with all the Latin American leaders.
Presidents would
like,
never happen.
No.
And it's just completely unbelievable. So Josh Gad plays Skip, the oldest son of the first family. It was
7 years of college
7 years
under
of
his
college,
belt.
and he's just, the show, the very first scene is him setting a house on fire with a firework accidentally.
It goes downhill from there.
It goes downhill from there. It's just, and he is the catalyst for stuff to happen in the show.
Right.
With the relationship with the president and his wife, who is the stepmother of all the children, and her trying to get along with her stepkids, and he's the one who causes all the problems and the hijinks so that they can come closer together as a family.
And unfortunately, that fails. You mentioned that he plays the village idiot, and it's okay to have the village idiot as a supporting character, as a side character, but when you have them as the main character, and he's so unsympathetic, and he's so stupid, and so annoying that it just deflates the entire show, which is a shame because it's got a really wonderful cast behind it. Bill Pullman, who's played the President of the United States before, and Jenna Elfman is the First Lady, and yet every time he comes into a scene, what happens?
It's completely
It
ruined.
becomes the Josh Gad show.
Yeah. At the end of each episode, he somehow does something right that makes it all turn out okay, and it just doesn't make sense.
In the script form, it's just trying to borrow from too many sitcoms. And
Right.
actually, when I did some reading about it, Josh Gad, who is Skip and a showrunner of the show, said that he is trying to draw from all of these different sitcom elements, and it's a problem when you have a single camera sitcom with no laugh track and you're trying to be 10 different sitcoms.
Right.
There are some great things going on. You have the story of the stepmother trying to make a relationship with her stepkids. And
Right.
you have the pregnant unwed daughter of the president.
Right.
And then you have, a possibly lesbian younger daughter, and all these great stories that I would love to see explored on primetime. But Josh Gad's character, Skip, completely ruins it, makes it practically unwatchable.
It's a shame because there are a lot of great supporting characters too. There's Andre Holland, who plays the completely harried press secretary who's constantly trying to do damage control, mostly from what Skip messes up with.
Yep. And then we also have the younger children, Benjamin Stockham and Amara Miller, playing the youngest son and daughter, respectively. They're both really good. I love Benjamin Stockham. I think he's just a cute little hipster nerd, and I like that.
I do want to comment that we watched the first 3 episodes of the show, which was really giving it a fair shake. It wasn't like just watching the pilot and saying, okay, this isn't a good show.
If we had just watched the pilot, 10 minutes in, I was a little disappointed.
Me too. The pilot was really uneven.
There was a great moment in the second episode where Bill Pullman's character, the president, found out that his oldest daughter was pregnant.
Right.
And he goes into the Situation Room and he's talking to all of his 4-star generals.
Right.
Sometimes the best weapon in your arsenal is the hug.
A hug is a weapon. I like it.
Yeah. I tried to talk to my son, but he says, you don't know me. Well, I'm like, well, let me know you. Let me in, you know?
I know where you're coming from. I can't get through to mine. It's like I'm talking to aliens.
It's pretty funny.
And
but-
that really is a wonderful scene.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's amazing. I actually love that scene. And he ends the scene by walking out going, oh, wait, are the terrorists bad?
Yeah,
Kill
that's
the
right.
terrorists.
cell. Yeah, let's
Kill
do
them
that.
too.
Right, oh yeah, we're here to
Good
talk
talk.
about that. That's right.
Right.
And I know that it's a sitcom and you want it to be over the top, but you also want to ground it in some believability.
it flip-flops too much. It's too inconsistent. And
Right. 1 minute we're sitcom, and
Right.
the next minute we're Modern Family.
Right. If it was just ridiculous the whole way through, that would be fine. But the score and the writing and everything, it just kind of wraps it all up in this package where you're supposed to feel the dramatic weight of it. But when you had this ridiculous slapsticky shtick 2 minutes
Right.
before with Josh Gad's character of Skip, it just doesn't play.
No, it doesn't.
While we're criticizing the character of Skip so much, I want to say that's not his acting.
Yeah,
He's not
no.
a bad actor.
He is a
He's
good
not a bad actor. He's just written that way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this show tries to appeal to way too many demographics. Some of it is funny, but most of it isn't. So I'm giving it a skip it.
Skip practically makes the show unwatchable. And while I want to see some of these interesting issues explored on primetime, this probably isn't the show for it. Skip it.
An interesting premise that is undermined by really unrealistic situations and one of the most unsympathetic lead characters ever to grace a TV show. Skip it.
Yeah, I wouldn't vote for it.
Time to impeach.
I'm disappointed in you about this fire. But deep down inside, I know that you are awesome.
I did not have sexual relations with that show.